Now, on the contrary to my previous post, when you make this final cut, okay, of who makes it to the next era and who doesn't make it to the next era, when you finally make that decision, you're going to be having people who are really part of your soul tribe to start to step up, to start to show up for you. It's gonna be a mix of people you have maybe already met but haven't been too close with, and it's gonna be a mix of brand new people who start coming in, and you start to form real bonds with, real friendships, real relationships. Okay? And you deserve that. You truly do. You deserve people. I feel like maybe you've been in the isolation hermit mode, which, despite how it was supposed to like fucking end you, you started thriving, is beyond me. It's beyond anybody at this point. It's all God, it's all spirit, it's all your angels, right? It's all just your faith, your faith in how you just kept going and you didn't give a fuck. Anyways, it's time for that season to sort of just not exist anymore. It's time for you to really start stepping out, to really start popping out and being 100% comfortable in your skin. And for some of you, I'd trigger warning, but maybe you have literal like body dysmorphia, or literal PTSD, or social anxiety, which are real issues. Those aren't things that people should just brush over like, oh, that's common. Whatever, man, get over it. It's Even if it's common, you can't just tell somebody to get over it. That's something that you genuinely, it takes time to work through and to process. And for some people, just like that, once they lock in, and some people, it's not as instant that they start to see themselves in a different light, in a more positive way. For you, I feel like it's been very gradual, but it hasn't always been quick. It hasn't always been the most fast paced movement when it comes to your elevated self perception. But with you making a lot of decisions to intentionally change your environment, okay? It started with you accepting where you are in life. Boom. And then it started with you looking yourself in the mirror, maybe literally, and being like, okay, this is who I am. This is what I look like currently. This is what I have. This is where that you looked yourself in your fucking soul, right? And you're like, this is you, by the way. This is where you're at. This is who you are. Are you going to accept that, or are you going to continue to try to run from that? You continue to try to run from that, you're never going to be able to get anywhere. And it's just going to be a constant cycle and a constant loop. You don't want that. You showed God, you showed the universe, you showed your angels that you didn't want that. And maybe you started to sell things you didn't need or didn't want anymore. Or maybe you started to rearrange things, or you changed your style. You went out and you bought a new car, or whatever you did. You started to make bolder decisions, and you started to appreciate what you have, and also let go of what no longer serves you. And it could have been material things, it could have been inner, like as it pertains to like shadow work and stuff like that, but or all the above. Since you're able to do that, the last step here is what I just was talking about in my last video, is letting go of the people who no longer they don't have your best interest. They don't really even enjoy your company, which they should, because you're fucking amazing. You're top. You're top of the top, tip of the dick, taco dip, queso. Sorry, I almost made it through a whole video without taking it there. I almost did it. Sometimes it just kind of slips out, or fuck. Anyways, I think I lost the plot here, but just know that, okay, people are gonna start showing up, and you're gonna be like, okay, what's the angle? Right? Because you've been love bombed before, and maybe in the beginning stages of people starting to really show up for you, you're gonna be like, are they fucking love bombing me? Are they setting me up? Is this a trap? Are they building me up to tear me down again? You know? But then people really, like, in real ways show genuine love, and like they care for you. They want to listen to your stories. They want to listen to what you've been through, like, truly. And you're gonna, maybe not at first, they're not gonna be able to crack that shell open immediately, but eventually, if people try hard enough to show you that they are actually there for you, you will. And some of them will be in utter shock and disbelief. And like, how are you fucking standing in front of me right now to even tell me this, to tell me your story? How are you even, you know, you don't, they're gonna look you dead in your soul and be like, no, you don't understand. How are you alive? And you're gonna be like, oh, I don't know, kept going, kept pushing through. And they're gonna be like, you're one of the strongest people I've ever met. Now, you probably already know that you're a strong person. You don't need people to tell you that. But sometimes people do need to verbalize how much they truly see you, how much they see your inner strength. Sometimes people do need to say it, and you need to know that they mean it. Okay? So just know that when things start to move along in this way, and people start to show up for you, no, they're not love bombing you. It's actually happening. You actually now have people who are like, they appreciate the fact that you are just there. The fact that you exist, the fact that you accept them for who they are. They're going to do the same for you, because you deserve that.